What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of Shark Sports. We're going to be talking some basketball today. We're going to be talking baseball and a little NFL. But before we, you know what? Let's just jump right into it. Y'all can see I've got some Boston gear on right now. Red Sox did win tonight, so there's that. But the Boston Celtics, as I predicted, are moving on to the NBA Finals, where they are going to face Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is going to be the Boston Celtics winning the whole damn thing. I mean, Steph Curry is great. Don't get me wrong. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson are freaking amazing. Jordan Poole, absolute ballers. Alright? But on the other side, you have Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, who, even though he may not impact the game all the time with his scoring, he does all the little things to help impact the game. His passing, his defense, his rebounding. And then you got Grant Williams, you got Robert Williams, and then you have the man who won the very first Larry Bird trophy, which goes to the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, Jason Tatum, who could very well have the single best individual playoff run in NBA history. Now think about this. He had to go through Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Then he had to go through Giannis, the Greek Freak. Then he had to go through Jimmy Butler. And now he has to deal with Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. And if he completes this, man, he will write his name in the history books. Like, you already know. But this will be a very good series. Boston and Golden State is going to be classic. But I do believe that it will be the Celtics winning it all. That is my prediction. I was right on the last one, so we'll see about this one. Alright, sticking with basketball, let's move on to the WNBA. The Indiana Fever. I mean, in the first 10 games, sit at a 3-7 record. Not great, but in the wins we have had, it's been absolutely stellar play. Breaking the century mark with ending one game with 101 points, which for a WNBA game is a rarity, because you just don't see the scoring ceiling as high as you do in the NBA. Oh, and the last victory happens to be against the team in first place, so there's that. Yeah, I still think the Fever have a very, very good group of rookies. I still think they can be special, but we'll see. Now, moving on to my sport, baseball. Yeah, my Reds are, they're doing much better. I really can't complain about the play lately. 16-31 record as we sit right now, compared to a 4-20 start. Alright, but 16-31 after having that poorly a start, there is some life in Cincinnati. And we're starting to get more and more pieces back, so, it'll still be rocky for a while, but we might finally be turning the corner and pull out of that last place hole in baseball. Now, as I mentioned, the Red Sox did win today. I'm not sure exactly where they sit record-wise, because I don't follow them as closely as I do the Reds, but yeah, they've also started off pretty poorly, as have the Atlanta Braves. So the three teams that I really pull for have all had bad starts so far in the MLB season. But my apologies, y'all. I definitely just stopped the recording without meaning to. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. 162 games is a long season, so we got a while to go yet. But moving on to some football talk, the NFL, man. I'm really excited for this season because, oh boy, the Indianapolis Colts, obviously we haven't seen these guys play together. We'll see how well everything meshes once we get to preseason. But on paper, this team is deadly. I mean, we finally got a quarterback who can be as Reggie Wayne said, it's sickening how much he reminds me of Peyton Manning. And that is high praise coming from a guy who played with Peyton for pretty much his whole career, except for there at the end. But man, the Colts are going to be special this year. I really do. I do think that the Colts will win the division this year. I do. And looking at the schedule so far, I mean, obviously there's slim chance of going undefeated. That rarely happens. But looking at the schedule, pretty much every one of those games are winnable for the Colts. Every single game is winnable. Are we going to win every single game? Probably not. Just because an undefeated season is that rare in football. But you look at the offense with Matt Ryan, Alec Pierce, Mo Alley-Cox, the best running back in the NFL, Jonathan Taylor. Man, this look. Offense is going to be special. Now, I do think the Colts need to keep T.Y. around, because you've got to have that veteran leadership on the field for your receivers. And with T.Y. finally having a guy to throw the ball to and finally have some help, the offense is going to be an immense threat. And then you look at the defense. Our defense was already staggering. But now you look at the off-season moves that were made. Oh boy. I'll tell you what, that is not a defense I would want any team I root for going up against. I can tell you that much. Darius Leonard coming off of one of his best seasons ever. And then you combine, you throw in the guys that were added this offseason to an already potent defense. The Colts are going to be really special this year. I have a feeling they're going to win the division. And then we got the NBA draft coming up. Still hopeful that Jaden Ivey becomes an Indiana Pacer. But if he doesn't, I wouldn't be mad at Keegan Murray in a Pacers uniform. Or Mathurin. If I'm saying his name right, I might have just butchered that. And if so, I apologize. But I am bad with foreign names. Like Giannis, his last name, for example. I butcher it 9 times out of 10, so I just call him Giannis. But, yeah, I don't have that much more for you guys, so, I'm gonna get back to my game. Let y'all get back to what y'all doing. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in the next episode of Shark Sports. And with that, peace out. Love y'all.